And every game is very competitive, very physical, and they obviously dominated the first half. Riley gave us a tremendous start to that second half by making some really tough shots. And as a coach, you're pleased with the second half. We had an opportunity to win this game down the stretch, but obviously we didn't start as well as we had liked.
Promotions for coach. Make sure you get a microphone before you ask your question. Sorry, go ahead.
Bryce, you didn't go with Saban late in the game. Just didn't have it tonight, or thought Larry was a little better?
The group that really got us back in the game, we were down 20. Was that group of 5, and I just didn't feel it'd be fair to them, or fair for guys on the bench to come back in after they cut it down to 2, and wanted to give those guys an opportunity to win the game.
Right here in the front right, coach.
Bryce, did you think your first half, when you guys were going through that just drought of shooting threes, that it was just you guys missing, or did you think they were playing exceptional defense on the perimeter?
We're obviously smaller than them, and so we try to spread it out a lot and try to get open shots or hit gaps for drives. And as a coach, I felt very good about the shots we were getting in the first half. Those are shots that this team's been knocking down, and it's almost got deflating in a way when you go 1 for 8, 1 for 9, 1 for 10, and you miss 2 on the same possession where you're kind of open. And, you really got to credit him in the second half. We talked about trying to get some stops on defense, finding other ways to help us get going with our offense. And, thankfully Riley really opened it up for us and allowed us to start driving more and scoring.
Questions for Coach? Steve?
Just, y'all announced today Fisher Davis out for the rest of the season. Just what do y'all miss without him, and how are you going to be able to kind of cope with those points?
Yeah, definitely tough blow. Losing him. He obviously is one of the best shooters in the league, and he can carry you for stretches. With his shot making ability, and so he's played in all these buildings. He's played in a lot of big games, so his experience. Really going to miss too.
Questions for Coach? Go ahead, Steve.
Just Riley, you have always had the green light in those situations, and just the stretch he had to go from as cold as he was early on, is that just kind of his nature, just being a kind of streaky guy? Or
he's a tremendous shooter, and once he got a couple to go down and how he was making them, as a coach, again, you kind of just want to get out of the way and kind of ride him for a while. So I think the other players sensed that, and obviously we rode him for pretty much that whole second half, and then Jeff sprinkling in some drives, but he took it upon himself that he was going to help will us back to get back in this game.
In the back, Coach.
Coach, what do you guys do differently on Graham Williams this time around?
We didn't really do as much. We had some different looks ready for him, but obviously late in the game they went to him every time, and his free throw shooting really hurt us. But he's a obviously tremendous player and tough matchup for us.
Anything else for Coach? Go ahead, Wes. One more.
Is there anything you saw in your team that made you think they were going to rally like that? I mean, this is a tough place to play, and they hadn't been making shots, and it just seemed like it just kind of something clicked.
Again, anytime you're building a program and you're kind of transitioning, there's obviously a lot of learning opportunities in that transition time. And again, throughout the first half, throughout halftime, throughout second half, again, we want to play at a certain level, do things a certain way. And a lot of that starts with toughness. And so, I think it just got to the point where the guys displayed a lot of toughness, and that toughness allowed us to be able to get back in the game.
Got time for one more? Anybody? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.